from Six Nations, I guess a water activist for Six Nations, and currently having a battle with Nestle from taking our water from underneath our feet. I do a whole lot of other things, looking at the dams that are blocking the flow of the Grand River and keeping all of the sewage and all of the contaminants and pollution from upstream in our Six Nations community, specifically just for the water to be a higher level for boats and skis and such. So I'm fighting that issue, and I've just got back from the United Nations. I did the opening blessing for the Youth Climate Summit there at the United Nations, and I'm building connections with other Indigenous communities who are struggling with climate change, and everybody knows that our rights have been abused for a number of years now. So Six Nations is having a climate strike this coming Friday at Cheesewood Park from 9:30 till 12. If you want to do that, go to there. And then next Friday after that, we're doing a march from Veterans Park to Cheesewood Park if you want to join there at 9:30 to 12 at Cheesewood Park in Six Nations. But there's a lot of issues globally with Indigenous people, from the Amazon to Brazil to right here in Six Nations, only 30 minutes away from here. We're having a water crisis. Only 9% of our community is hooked up to the water treatment plant, and that should not be happening when we are surrounded by Toronto and Hamilton. Everybody else has rights, simple rights to electricity, to clean water. Those are all human rights that we should have. It's a really disgrace on the government that we don't have those kinds of things. We don't have those simple things, simple human rights to our lands, to our waters, to everything. And it's really a water crisis. So since we don't have clean running water, we have to pay for it to get trucked in from other surrounding cities, and we have to, and single mothers who have lots of babies are really struggling, and it's a daily struggle for them to get up in the morning and having to wash all of their babies and take care of them when they don't have running water. You can just imagine how hard that is, how everyday life that is. You can just imagine how hard that is in everyday life, that so many Indigenous people just 30 minutes from here have to struggle with that kind of lack of water. And yeah, and it's not only happening here, it's happening in surrounding communities, it's happening across Canada and the US. And like that young girl said before, that it's not a coincidence that it's happening that way. It is about racism. We shouldn't even be on these reserves, and our population is 25 or 27,000.